Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of What's in Theaters, a show where we talk about movies, movie news, and do some trailer reactions. So this is going to be my review of the Northman. This will be basically a spoiler-free review. I don't want to give it away. Uh, it, if you're coming into this thinking like it's going to be Braveheart or it's going to be like a 2 hour masculine slaying bloodbath of a movie, this isn't exactly it. Now there's blood in here and then there's violence, but it's not so over the top. There's some things where there's violence and you'll see like a head get chopped off, but there's other times where they'll throw his axe and chop someone on the ground, but you don't see it. Like it keeps the camera from the waist up. And this isn't like a normal like a Viking. Well, it is a Viking story, but it's more of like the fable of Vikings, where you have the songstresses and the I think it's like the crows of Odin and magic and kind of like destiny were in more like the fantasy of like the Viking, and not so much when we had Vikings like it was just grounded real world. The acting top notch. There wasn't one performer out of all this I go, oh, that was a kind of a weak performance, or that could have been better. Like everything was just freaking top notch. Anya Taylor Joy, Alexander Skarsgård, Nicole Kidman. I mean, it's just talent on talent on talent. Now, the cinematography in this, oh my god, breathtaking. Beautiful, vast landscapes, lush with vegetation. Just so freaking beautiful. It just the nature and everything's just raw and real, and some of the sets they build, it just looks dirty and lived in, and the clothing just for that period, everything was just made out of animal, and the shields and the swords and everything just looked so period perfect for that time. It was just so great. There's a lot of like natural lighting. There's scenes scattered throughout the film where all the characters are just lit by like a pit of fire. It's just like, you see them, it's just orange and reds and blacks, and it just looks so crazy good. Crazy good. Now, this is the story of a kid who is supposed to have his destiny, and his destiny is changed by betrayal. And this is you see this in the trailer, so I'm not really spoiling anything. But his destiny is changed by betrayal, and now he lives for a life of vengeance. Like he is fueled by anger and rage and bitterness, and that is his life. That is his goal. He has one goal, and he is going to set out to accomplish it. And then later on, you see, I'm not going to give it away, but you see something that then his focus on vengeance is going, wait, what? No, no, that's not how it's supposed to be. And even I was like, oh, it was pretty crazy. But um, yeah, at first I thought this, because of the trailer, I thought this would just be a like a 2 hour bloodbath where it was just over the top violence, and it really wasn't. It was very tamed violence. There's still a lot of blood, but not as much as I thought, because you have directors like Quentin Tarantino who they show violence, like Django Unchained and Pulp Fiction. You see a gunshot and you see the damage. Paul Verhoeven, who directed RoboCop, Total Recall, Starship Troopers, he doesn't shy away from violence. You see a shotgun blast, you see the aftermath. This is like a sword, and it's like, okay, you saw like a head get chopped off, or but then off camera someone dies, but you don't see it, so it's like there's sprinklings of visceral violence, but I think that might actually be a benefit, because if it was just over the top, over the top all the time, then it might lose its impact. But I will say this: even though it wasn't as violent as I was hoping it would be, that does not take away that this was just like freaking masterpiece of cinema. Like there is not one part of this, because it's a 2 hour and 17-minute film. there's not one part of this where I was like, oh, this is kind of pointless, or I wish they'd speed this up. It's just like everything just narrative purpose and push the story forward and motivations and characters intermingling and they had a purpose. Nothing seemed wasted. And then the ending. Woo! Oh man, the ending was just oh. When you watch this film, you look at it and go, yeah, I need to watch this in theaters. I didn't see it in IMAX. The theater I went to, they didn't have an IMAX showing. They just had the regular 2D digital one, the smaller one that holds like, I don't know, 60 seats. But if you can see this in IMAX, this is a film. This is cinema right here. This is what I go to the movies to see. So I gotta say, this was a good time. It was 2 hours and 17 minutes long, but it doesn't drag. Time, I will say, very well spent. So, anyways, comment down section below. Let me know your thoughts. Did you see the Northman? Did it live up to your expectations? Exceed it? Was it kind of a letdown? Hey, film hits us all in different ways. Anyways, I'll catch you in the comment section below, and you have a good day.